So in 2 days I am leaving on a southbound hike of the Continental Divide Trail, and I wanted to record a video going over the gear that I'm going to take for that trip. I don't have any time to edit or anything, so I'm just going to try and do this in one go. Hopefully it works out alright. Yeah, so let's get into it. This is my pack. This is the Superior Wilderness Design Movement 35 liter, and it's custom, so I had it made pretty much exactly how I wanted it to be. I had these shoulder strap pockets added on. I have the removable hip belt. It has a removable stay on the back that goes through the center. It has this sit pad that's like the back of the pack, and I had a bottom pocket added to it because that's one of my favorite features of the Palante. It has load lifters and a few more extra things that a frameless pack wouldn't have. I just wanted the versatility of being able to switch this to a frameless pack, which it can do, and that cuts off, I don't remember how many ounces, but just like having the versatility of that is incredible. But I can push it up to like carrying about 30 pounds of weight, which isn't comfortable when using a frameless pack. So super excited about this. It's the most comfortable pack I've ever put on, just right out of the gate. I'm in love with it. I can't wait to use it, and excited to see how it holds up on the CDT. I also had these little like custom shot cords added to the side, and there's the water bottle pockets. You can adjust them, the tension, so you can really fit a lot in here. I don't know if you can see all of this. Hopefully, lots of room. Pretty big pocket in the back, ice axe loop, and then a little cord to connect your ice axe here. So, trying to think if there were any other custom things I added, but I decided to not use the hip belt pockets since I'm carrying my fanny pack, and yeah, we'll see how that works out. Okay, for my fanny pack, I'm going with the Hightail Designs larger version. It has a little slot in the back, pretty lightweight. I love how much can fit in this thing. Inside I have my custom wooden spoon made by my friend Joel at 13 Stars Farm. I love this so much. Some chafe cream. My camera, this is the Sony ZV-1. Ultrapod tripod. Bunch of supplements. Excessive, but I wanted to start with more so that I just had longer to use them. Some face sunscreen. Lip balm. Chapstick with sunscreen in it. Hand sanitizer. Toothbrush. I cut the handle, and I'm trying out this trip toothpaste tablets. So I have a good amount in all of the boxes I'm sending myself. I'm sending myself about 6 or 7 boxes, so it should be able to last me the whole trip, and much lighter than bringing an actual tube of toothpaste, and last longer too. Some headphones, and I'm bringing sunglasses with a little cord, so I can just have them hanging here when I don't need them, and then a case, and I can use this multi-purpose for cleaning off my camera, the lens if it needs to be cleaned, or the back of my phone camera gets smudged a lot, so I can use this to clean that off too. My headlamp, the Nightcore NU25 Oh, it's on. It's locked. Yeah. Love this. Tiny little compass. Swiss Army knife. And my wallet, which is just a plastic bag with cash, face mask, cards, insurance card, stuff like that. So that's pretty much everything I'll have in my fanny pack. On the outside of my pack, I have a polycro footprint for my tent, a bandana that I cut down, just multi-purpose if I need to pre-filter water, wipe condensation from my tent, pretty much anything. A little Z-Packs tent stake bag. And I have a few different kinds of stakes. I have the MSR titanium ones, 2 of the groundhog minis, and then 2 big Agnes ones, just because these are the strongest ones I've ever used. I've never had them break on me, so I wanted to have a few that I could trust more. Because I've never used the titanium ones before, but I know I have to be a little bit more careful. Oh, so there's a few things that I mailed to my friend in Glacier National Park because I couldn't bring them on the plane. So in that box I had my trowel, my deuce of spades trowel, my my sleeping pad, which is the Z-Light. This isn't mine, but the one I'm bringing, I cut down to 6 rectangles and kind of like cut the edges a little bit. So what I'm bringing will be a little bit smaller than this one. I sent my trekking poles. Those are the Fizon aluminum poles, and my Camp Corsa ice axe and micro spikes. So those I can't show on the video because I'm not in Glacier yet, but that's what I used. And so normally this is my poop bag. So normally my deuce of spades trowel would be in this bag. So I am bringing a Z-Light. I had brought in the past for a while, like the last few years, I've been bringing the Gossamer Gear Nightlight, but with this pack, it's only 35 liters. It's kind of hard to fit that in there and still have room for anything else, so I'm just gonna do the Z-Light on the outside of my pack. I probably should have gone with the 40-liter version of this pack just to have more room, but I just really wanted to avoid, if you have the extra space, you usually tend to fill it. So hopefully this will just keep me more minimalist, even though I'm using this for trips where I might need more room and have to carry more weight. Instead of a Kula cloth, which I do like the Kula cloth, I'm just bringing a bandana that I cut down a little bit on a carabiner. 2 smart water bottles. And a Sawyer squeeze with a 1.5 liter Evernew bladder. In my big ditty bag, I have the Through Notes journal. I really like to journal on trail every day, keep track of my mileage, where I'm camping, keep track of like the animals I see, how many other hikers I see. So excited to do that and try out this notebook, which was started by thru-hikers. So excited to support them and see how this holds up. Just a normal ballpoint pen. Maybe that's broken. To go with my journal. Mini Bic lighter. Bug head net. We'll see. I heard, there might be some bug issues, but we'll probably send this home at some point. First aid kit. So in here, this is, let's see, gauze pads, Benadryl, anti-diarrheal, alcohol pads, Pepto-Bismol, Band-Aids, did I already say that? Some moleskin. And I pre-cut some Leukotape for blister care or anything else that might come up. And I have some tenacious tape if I need to repair any gear in the field. This is super effective. I've fixed like rain jackets, you can, tents, anything you can pretty much fix with that. Some tweezers, earplugs, safety pin, some DCF tape, hair tie, needle and thread, floss. That's all that's in there. And electronics, I'm bringing the Garmin InReach Mini on this trip. Yeah, just the CDT is a bit more remote, so gives my family and friends some peace of mind, be able to track me, which is kind of fun, and pretty light for, having that peace of mind when you're in more remote situations. Charging port, this is the Anchor, I think it's PowerPort PD2. It has the USB-C and a USB, so all the necessary cords. I'm bringing 2 of the Nightcore NB10000s. I might send one home if I realize that I don't need 2, but it is lighter and more efficient to just bring 2 instead of the one that's 20,000 milliamps. And I'm using these to charge my camera. I'm not bringing extra batteries, so I figured I might need that extra power. And just towns are much farther apart on the CDT, so I might need it anyways. A backup memory card for my camera. And this feels kind of silly, maybe it isn't, but I'm bringing a backup phone. I'm not bringing maps on this trip. I looked into it and you have to print your own. You can't get them pre-printed anywhere anymore. And just about a month ago, my phone completely stopped working out of the blue. It just would not turn on, wouldn't charge, and that had me absolutely freaked out as to what I would do if that happened to me in the backcountry. So I've loaded all of my maps onto this phone. I have a backup if I need it. I will probably send this home if I start hiking consistently with a group of people, but just to give me some peace of mind so that I have a backup with navigation. I don't want to have to press my SOS on the Garmin if I'm lost. If there's a way for me to get out, I feel like this is the responsible choice for me for now. A little dropper bottle of Dr. Bronner's. I don't know if I'll actually use this, but we'll see. My favorite rain jacket, the Montbell Versalite, still going strong on this one. And this is new, the Z-Packs Plex Solo tent. I still need to set this up. I haven't set it up yet, but I'm going on a short trip with my cousin tonight, so gonna test this out. And I'm excited how light it is. I'm excited that you only need 1 trekking pole. I've been thinking about only using 1 trekking pole instead of 2. So excited to try this. And I'm gonna make another video. Hopefully that will be edited much more nicely once I get back from the CDT to go over how well all of this worked for me. So I'll talk about this there. This is my food bag. This is the Hilltop Packs DCF bag. I'm planning on hanging my food when I'm in Glacier National Park, and I don't know, Yellowstone is closed right now, so probably won't be able to go into Yellowstone, but probably keep hanging until I'm out of grizzly country. And then this is my rock hanging kit. So the bag is by Cloud Gear, and the bear line is Z-Packs. And I'll send this home when I'm out of grizzly country, because I have the OPSAC inside of here just to keep scents to a minimum. This is my first stretch of food from from the border at Glacier to East Glacier with a supplement and mini Glacier. So this is about 4.5, 5 days of food. And I'm cold soaking this trip. This was given to me by my friend Jonathan, Meow Hikes. So yeah, using this as my cold soaking jar. These are the Montbell Versalite rain pants. I was thinking about just bringing wind pants, but I think I made a good choice in bringing these instead, just like a tiny bit more durable. And yeah, conditions seem to be kind of crazy right now, so just went with the rain pants. I can switch it out later if I want, but I think it's only gonna get colder the further south I go. It's pretty snowy in Glacier right now, so last minute today I decided to buy some pants, just because I've done a lot of post-holing in snow. It's kind of hard on your legs. Last time I did it, my legs were bleeding, so might be more comfortable in pants, and I'll likely send these home once I'm out of the snow. These are Mountain Hardwear. I don't know what model, but yeah, just, you know, pants. Enlightened Equipment Torrid pullover. This is super warm and comfortable, and I like it. Usually I only bring 2 pairs of socks, but this trip, since it's further between towns, I'm bringing 3 pairs of socks. So 1 pair of Farm to Feet and 2 pairs of NGNGs, which I really like. I feel like they allow my toes to stretch out more to take advantage of the wide toe box on my shoes. I'm bringing the Hyperlight pillow stuff sack. This is the small size. Montbell chemise gloves and chemise hat, and Enlightened Equipment Torrid booties, keep my feet warm at night, and thermal leggings. All that's left in here. This is my Enlightened Equipment Enigma 0 Degree sleeping quilt. 950 fill power, has the draft collar. It might be too warm for right now, so I might have my 20 degree sent to me. I don't know. We'll see. And just a Gossamer Gear pack liner. I tried the Nyla Fume one, which is, you know, like 0.2 ounces lighter, but it's so loud and crinkly. Maybe that gets better, but I was like, I can't handle how loud this is, you know, packing up in the morning. So I just used this one. I am wearing a Territory Run Company hat. I love this so far. It's really light and breathable. Casio watch, Montbell sun shirt. These are the best sun hoodies I've tried, and I've tried a good amount. I love that they have the thumb holes and this zipper. This is the best thing that like no one else has. I'm wearing the Bronwyn merino wool bra. I love this so far. Patagonia Strider shorts, and my shoes are the Topo Ultra Venture 2s. I've used the Ultra Ventures, so I don't know why these shoe companies just keep changing everything every year. I heard the 2s aren't as good, but they feel fine so far, so it'll probably be okay. And is there anything else? I feel like that's it, except for the things that I don't have physically with me, like my ice axe, spikes, trekking poles, and a sleeping pad. So just imagine that those things are here, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. It seems a little, I don't know, like the world's falling apart, but I think it's gonna be okay. And I will really try to keep my Instagram updated, so check that out. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you aren't already. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I'm excited to start hiking. It's been a long road to get to this point, and wish me safe water crossings. Bye!